Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Kha'sim. Metric number S51936 will present about cookies, which is gingerbread. Introduction of cookies. Cookies is defined as small, usually fat, crisp cake made from sweetened dough. The history of cookies is begin with cultivation of sugar, which mainly during Persian Empire in 7th century. Then sugar is spread through Europe as the result from Muslim conquest of Spain. By 14th century, cookies were commonly throughout around Europe. By 5th century, cook book named the Good Housewife Jules by Thomas Dawson contained cookies recipe was published. During 19th century, more cookies recipes are developed due to Industrial Revolution. Culinary historians also said that cookies is invented from the test of oven temperature during baking cake. Cookies has four characteristics, which are crispiness, chewiness, softness, and spread. For the crispiness cookies, it has low amount of liquid but high amount in sugar and fat. The dough for the crisp cookies also small and thin shape. For the chewiness cookies, it has high amount of sugar and liquid but low in fat. It also has high proportion of egg and have gluten development during mixing. For the softness cookies, it has high amount of liquid but low amount in sugar and fat. Softness cookies use honey, molasses, or corn syrup, and the dough is large in size and thick shape. As we can see, softness cookies is contra from the crispiness cookies. And for the last is spread cookies is we use high sugar and leavening agent because this item can increase the speed. Cookies has three mixing methods, which are one-stage method, creaming method, and sponge method. This mixing method almost similar to cake mixing method. For the first one is one-stage method is a counterpart of blending or two-stage cake mixing method. Due to less water used in cookies, it can be mixed all in one stage. For the creaming method, it's almost similar to the creaming method that used for cakes. Due to less water, it also can be added all at once. For the sponge method, it's same as the egg form method that used for cake. Batch should be kept small because the batter is delicate. Besides from mixing method, cookies also have a makeup method that's based on type of cookies. There are 7 types of cookies. The first one is drop cookies, which based on scoop, dough, or batter. The next is baguette cookies, which we pipe a soft dough by using pastry bag. For the roll cookies, a stiff dough is cut by using cookies cutter. For the mold cookies, the dough is divided into equal portion and then molded into desired shape. For the sheet cookies, it can be one or more layer but almost like a sheet cake but more denser and richer. For the bar cookies, the dough. Okay, now we will continue with our main product, which is gingerbread. Gingerbread is come from plants named ginger, and the bread is related to brown color that come from molasses. Gingerbread is come from Middle East as a part of world brought spices to the Western world. However, Some refer also say that this gingerbread cookies is invented during the ancient Greek and Egyptian. Gingerbread man is invented from Queen Elizabeth I, while gingerbread house is introduced in folklore Hansel and Gretel, which is as a witch house. Gingerbread can solve many health problems such as there are many knowledge and skills that we learn when we do gingerbread. For the knowledge, we can know that gingerbread is a crispy on the outside and the soft in the inside. And gingerbread using one stage mixing method. For the skills, do not overmix and over baking the dough because the cookies will become hard. The dough also must be chilled in refrigerator first before roll out so that when we roll out after chill it becomes easy to work. Rolling at consistent thickness also must be done to ensure the cookies is baked evenly. The fresh baked cookies must be cooled on the pan a few minutes before transfer it to cooling racks to prevent from breaking. We must follow these three critical steps in making gingerbread. The first one is we must follow these three guideline steps. The first one is making the dough. The second one is chilling, baking, and cooling. And the third one is decorating. Apart from that, the dough also must be chilled before rolling and cutting to make sure the dough is become easier to work and less sticky to the rolling pin and countertop. Next is excess of the dough should be freezed in a freezer zip top bag and freeze up to 1 month. Besides, we also do not overwork the dough as to get the cookies that are tender with firm, crispy edge and soft center texture. And the last is do not overheat during baking as high heat may burn the molasses and brown sugar. There are a few problems that will occur in preparing the gingerbread. The first one is the cookies will become less flavor, color and texture when we not using molasses. The second one is when we forgot to chill the dough will become hard to roll out and can cause cracking. Then, when we overheat the dough during baking, the molasses and brown sugar will be burned and give bad flavor. Next is less space between cutout on the baking sheet. The dough will expand and join to each other. Next is decorating before the cookies is cooled. This will cause the icing will be melt and whipped all over the cookies before it becomes firm. Now I will explain about solution to the problem. The first one is use combination of molasses and brown sugar as the cookies will become crisp on the outside and soft on the inside. Next is chill the dough in the refrigerator before rolling and cutting as the ingredients will absorb one another and making the dough easy to roll out. Next is bake the dough at suitable temperature which is at 163 degrees Celsius which suitable for molasses and brown sugar. The next is give extra space between the cut out on the baking sheet so that when the cookies is expand during baking, it will not join each other and give a good figure. The last one is decorating the cookies after the cookies is cool. When the when the freshly baked cookies is cool, decorating can be done without affecting the. In conclusion, cookies is accidentally triggered during determination of oven temperature during cake baking. Gingerbread is invented from Middle East are also during the ancient Greek and Egyptian. Gingerbread has crispy texture on the outside and soft texture in the inside and also use one-stage mixing method. There are a lot of critical steps to take note, problems that will occur during preparation and solution for those problems. We can see the preparation of gingerbread in this video reference from. Thanks for watching.